What's up, Twins fans? We've got some more concrete information on the broadcast situation for 2024. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty disappointed about it. Basically, more of the same. It really felt like this offseason was a huge opportunity for the Twins to do something new. And it really felt like the Twins were on board with that and preparing for that based off of, the changes that they made in the booth. Going from Dick Bramer to Cory Provus, I think they felt like things were going to be changing, so they felt like maybe this was a good time to make that move. And then Cory talking openly at length about the end of Blackouts, which, it's tough. It's tough to like throw Cory Provus under the bus because clearly he was just talking about what he had been told. But that's not going to be the case. Let's talk about this. But first, I do want to give a tip of the cap, man, to Evan Drellich of The Athletic, who has been the reporter on every detail I've seen of every news item this offseason about broadcasts, because it's not just the Twins that are in this situation right now. It's multiple teams, and he's done a great job. Literally every news tidbit I've seen originated from him. So, I'm going to relay some of that, so I'm going to make it clear that's the guy who's doing all the legwork on this stuff. But again, more of the same in 2024. They're remaining on Bally Sports North. Streaming Blackouts remain. So you have to have a cable package that has Bally Sports North, or I think there's like one streaming service, but it's ridiculously expensive, and you have to have it's basically like an internet cable package. You need a contract and everything. It's crazy. The Twins are being paid a reduced rate, is what the verbiage was reported. The amount will not be made public. That's both Bally Sports North's parent company and the Minnesota Twins and Major League Baseball are motivated to keep that private. That's unfortunate. I don't know. We can't even really speculate on what that rate might be. But the silver lining is that this is a one-year deal. So this applies for 2024. What's to come? I don't know. This is an ever evolving and changing landscape, broadcast, streaming, everything. Just how people consume live sports is changing a ton. But these are sort of the base details of what we can expect for this upcoming season for the Twins. As someone who does not have a cable package, I'm annoyed. There are other ways. We'll get to that in a moment. We'll leave that there for now. But let's talk about the broader broadcasting landscape, because this is what is really driving anything that's going on with the Twins, because the Twins are kind of in the middle. They're kind of in the middle between what Major League Baseball wants to do, between what Diamond Sports wants to do, between what Amazon wants to do now. There's just like a lot going on. I don't think that the Twins are in the control of their own destiny, because the league is trying to get some stuff together too. So MLB wants more streaming options. They want their product to be available to more people. Rob Manfred has been pretty vocal about that. They desire having a direct-to-consumer streaming package, but it seems like from the reporting that they are targeting somewhere around 14 to around half of the league, 14 teams around half of the league for that to make sense for them. And this would be in-market. Obviously, they have MLB TV, which is you can get all of your out-of-market games. This would be a separate thing that would be for in-market. They already are broadcasting the games for the Diamondbacks and Padres. So, and I have a note there. San Diego had a TV deal with Diamond, that's Bally's parent company, that was supposed to go through 2032. And they just up and decided, we don't want to do that. We don't want to pay you. We don't want to broadcast. We're not going to do that anymore. In the middle of the season, they did this with both the Padres and the Diamondbacks, and MLB had to scramble to put together a way to broadcast these games. Did a pretty good job. So, and they were not interested in going back and renegotiating a one-year deal for the Diamondbacks and the Padres. So, my thought, and this was also kind of based on what the Twins were always saying, was that, well, why would MLB then want to get into a one-year deal with a team like the Twins? If they're fine with continuing to broadcast the Diamondbacks and the Padres, And obviously, any kind of deal that you get into with Diamond Sports right now is as good as the paper that it's printed on because, again, the Padres had a deal through 2032 that ended up just being completely garbage. The minute that Diamond decided it didn't make sense for them. Maybe it's not that simple. Maybe I'm sure there's lawsuits and bankruptcy and all sorts of complicated stuff going on. But from my layman's perspective on the outside looking in, I don't see why anybody would look into getting into any kind of deal with these people. But along with the Twins, the Cleveland Guardians and the Texas Rangers, the defending World Series champion Texas Rangers, are also getting in on these one-year deals with Bally/Diamond. So the Twins aren't alone here. Now looking toward the future, MLB is looking to unlock more teams, get their rights back. But Amazon kind of invested in Diamond $100 million with, I'm sure, a bunch of sort of caveats and potential escalators. So that Amazon money coming into the picture, I think, has made the Diamond bankruptcy not as an urgent of a thing. I don't think they're as likely to relinquish their rights with that Amazon money. So that's really complicated the future. But I don't understand how these things work. But I don't understand how MLB has to buy back the rights from a company that clearly is not showing any ability to make through with their commitments. Like, okay, you had San Diego's broadcasting rights through 2032, and then you can just decide on a dime that doesn't work for you anymore. But MLB, if they want their rights back, they have to buy them back from you. Like, how backwards? Like, I get there's contracts and all that stuff, but how ridiculous is this? Absolutely ridiculous. And it sounded like Amazon stepping in was a complete blindside to MLB. They did not see this coming. So I think a lot of those comments from Cory Provus about the future of the broadcast, about blackouts going away, I think MLB and the Twins were really confident that they were going to, basically this was going to end up very differently. All these proceedings, all these hearings, all this bankruptcy stuff. And then the moment Amazon stepped in with that investment, it totally changed the game. And those conversations went a lot differently. I'm not going to speculate on the specific details, but I'm sure financially it just made more sense for everybody involved. That's the one thing with Rob Manfred, and it's clear in these conversations, the Twins, it does not seem, I shouldn't say it's clear, but it does not seem like the Twins are really guiding their own ship here and making their own decisions in a vacuum. I think it's pretty clear that MLB is also very much involved here, very much pushing buttons and kind of having influence on this. And the one thing there, I don't like Rob Manfred. I think there's a reason he gets booed in every public appearance that he has. But I will say this about Rob Manfred. He does seem to be very good at the business side of things, which often is at the expense of baseball fans. But I'm confident that even though I'm disappointed that this is what the agreement is, I'm very confident this was what made the most sense financially for the Twins. Now, do I care that much about that? Only to a degree, only to a degree. I would be totally fine with the Twins having a little less revenue, but having their broadcast more available. So this is a complicated situation, with Amazon. And then my last note there is that, this entire landscape continues to change and evolve. And it was announced, I think, just a couple days ago that ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers are combining to kind of create their own new streaming service. I think it's sports focused as well. So that's probably going to further kind of muddy up the waters here. You can use a VPN. So MLB.tv, that is a streaming package that you can watch your out-of-network games. So any games that are not broadcast in your area, you can watch. Now, what determines that? Well, your computer determines that. Yeah, your IP address, and if you have a VPN, you can tell your computer to basically make it look like you're at a different IP address. I'm not going to get too much into details on that for multiple reasons. One of them being I want a VPN to pay me to talk about them, to be honest. So more on that, as we approach opening day and people start to try to figure out how to watch the Twins. I might share some more information on that. And as long as we're kind of on the topic of paying some bills around here, I do want to mention that Breaking T has some really great Joe Mauer merchandise that comes out related to his Hall of Fame announcement. They have a lot of great stuff. You guys have seen me in that Royce Lewis shirt. So breakingt.com/TFTwins if you're looking to get some new Twins gear. Check that out. And then also, issue 2 of We're Gonna Win, the Twins zine is out. It is available for $5 plus $1.50 shipping and handling. This is a half-page zine, 36 pages. It has profiles on my top 50 prospect list for 2024 and profiles on all of them, plus a bunch of articles. So thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. How would you like to see things going forward? What do you hope for in 2025 for the Twins broadcasting? Thanks for checking this out. We'll talk again soon.